All right, today we've got a story about a huge, almost unbelievable problem. But the solution? It might just have been hiding in plain sight for thousands of years. It's all about faith, food, and what happens when ancient wisdom tackles a very modern crisis. Let's jump in. So, what's with this number? 35%. Get this. That is how much perfectly good food gets thrown out in the United States every single year. That's a number so big it's hard to even get your head around. We're talking tons and tons of food just ending up in the trash. And here's the part that's just so hard to process. While all that food is being wasted, millions of our own neighbors in our own communities are going hungry. It's a total paradox. It doesn't make any sense, right? How can both of these things possibly be happening at the exact same time? Yeah, this isn't just an interesting thought experiment. It's a shocking imbalance with very real consequences. And to really get it, we need to look at why this issue is so incredibly urgent right now. Think about what's happening. Hunger is actually getting worse. We know we're throwing away a third of our food. Meanwhile, the climate crisis is demanding we get smarter and more sustainable. And through it all, you have good people and communities everywhere who are just looking for real, meaningful ways to help. The problem is obvious. The desire to act is there. So what's the missing piece? Well, it turns out that missing piece might not be some new app or a complicated government policy. What if the answer has been with us all along? An ancient teaching that's more relevant today than ever. And this is the big aha moment. The idea of not wasting food, it's not a new environmentalist slogan. It's a fundamental spiritual principle. It's a moral guideline you can find in the sacred text of traditions from all over the world. And look at this. It's pretty incredible how universal this idea really is. We're talking Christian, Jewish, and Muslim faiths, Hindu, Buddhist traditions, Unitarian Universalists, and so many others. They all share this core value. Take care of our resources, look after our neighbors, and don't be wasteful. In a world that feels so divided, that's a powerful point of connection. Okay, so the wisdom is ancient. Great. But how in the world do you apply that to our modern world of supermarkets and long supply chains? Well, that's where this really fantastic organization comes into the picture. They're building a bridge from that timeless idea to modern-day action. It's called Faith Fights Food Waste, and it's a completely free program from the nonprofit AmpleHarvest.org. Their mission is as simple as it is brilliant. Give clergy and faith leaders the tools they need to connect their tradition's teachings on waste directly to the practical problem of food waste in their own community. And what makes this so powerful is that it's not about politics. It's not about pushing one specific set of beliefs. It's just a tool, a simple, helpful resource that any community leader from any background can pick up and use to inspire their people. Okay, so how does it actually work? How do you take this amazing idea and turn it into actual food for people who need it? Well, the process itself is beautifully simple. Seriously, it's this easy. A faith leader goes to the website, they pick their tradition, and boom, they get a free toolkit with resources like sermon ideas. Then they share that message, and a single sermon can spark this incredible wave of action. The genius here is it's not asking them to invent something new. It's empowering them to speak on a value that's already embedded deep within their own tradition. And that's when the magic happens. A single message, delivered with conviction, can create this incredible ripple effect that can literally change a community for the better. I mean, just listen to this from Rabbi David. After one sermon, a dozen congregants were inspired to start donating fresh produce right from their own gardens. He says their pantry was overflowing. That's not a theory. That's real healthy food getting to people who need it, sparked by one simple message. And listen to this from Reverend Angela, because it points to something just as powerful. This program didn't ask her to teach something new. It helped her see what was already there in her own scriptures. It unlocked a totally new, authentic way to connect her faith directly to serving her community. So at the end of the day, this is about real, measurable change. You've got fresh food getting to families, you have people in the congregation becoming more mindful and better stewards, and you have houses of worship stepping up and becoming these amazing hubs for real, sustainable action, leading the way in their communities. So if this idea resonates with you, or if you know a community leader who could use this, here's where to go. You can find all the toolkits and resources, all completely free, at faithfightsfoodwaste.org. It's all right there, ready to go. And that leaves us with a final thought to carry with us. We've seen how this one piece of ancient wisdom is helping solve a very modern crisis. It makes you wonder, What other solutions are we overlooking, just waiting to be rediscovered in the teachings of the past? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me.